daydreaming about dragons.
Dear person out there who's about to GM for the first time, welcome to this wonderful hobby. I'm glad you're here. I know you're nervous. Play. Just play. Come up with a simple problem with no solution and see how your friends make it more complicated while also solving it. Revel in the way that they solve it that you never expected. Watch the world grow. Keep track of all the names of all the weird little places and all the people. Write it down. Take a lot of notes. Draw an ugly map. Draw a pretty map. Ask your friends questions about their characters. Who taught them the things that they know? Where did they learn their skills? Where did they learn to speak these languages? How did they learn to read? Keep playing. Make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. Talk about what works and what doesn't, but don't overthink it. Get ideas. Reinvent the wheel. Make up house rules with your friends. Get inspiration from media. Get inspiration from other editions of D&D that aren't the ones that you're playing. Get inspirations from other D&D-ish games that you're not playing. Play some of those games. Get inspiration from games other than D&D. Play those games too. Play more. Get inspiration from where you and your friends are leading the game. Daydream about the game. Write down notes while you daydream. Play even more. Write down questions you want to see answered next sessions. No answers, just fun questions. Enjoy how your friends surprise you and think outside the box when they're answering these questions. Notice that some questions get answered and some do not. That is okay. Keep the notes and the character sheets and the maps and the in-game misses, because one day, years from now, you'll be moving into a new house or a new apartment, and you'll find these artifacts from other worlds that you visited with friends, and it will make you smile. And maybe someone will post on a forum, if such things still exist, about how this is their first game and they want some tips. And you'll look back at 30 years of doing this and not know where to start on this strange, beautiful hobby that introduced you to all your best friends and trained you to do things that you do at work every day that are suddenly now professional skills. And you won't know how to answer these questions because the question just seems too huge. But you'll try anyway because it is nice to see someone starting this journey. Welcome.
Hi, Judd. My name is Robbie Borth. I'm a high school English teacher who lives in Central Florida. I've been listening to your podcast for a few months and just recently became a supporter. You had asked in your most recent podcast if you minded mentioning supporters online, and that's fine with me. If you feel it would be helpful or if you're so inclined, I don't have a problem with that. A lot of things going on, and just a few of the things I have going on with gaming. I'm involved in a pretty active group that I'm the sponsor of here at my high school. We have students in the high school who come into my room. We play games. We've tried our hand at designing some games. We've done some play testing last year. We were in touch with Robert Bowl to do some play testing of his Demi-Humans game, and I wrote up some reports about how things went. I keep up a blog spot on online blog. It's ludoverse.blogspot.com. Sometimes of the year I'm more active. Sometimes of the year I'm less active on that. But I'm hoping over the upcoming holiday break to become a little bit more active in putting out some new material. I do, play testing reports there. I have musings on games, things that I'm doing in the classroom. I'm getting ready next semester with my junior English classes to roll out a 3-week unit that'll be devoted to tabletop role-playing games as a medium of communication and an art form that I'm very excited about, and I'll be certainly writing about that. how I set that up. But that I think is going to be a fairly unique experience that I'm going to be putting some effort into. I'm pretty active over at Ron Edwards' Adept Play site. Actually, recently was involved in an 18-session campaign of a game called Legendary Lies, which is one of these so-called fantasy heartbreakers. We found it to be a very fun, exciting, rewarding game. And then at the end of this month and then into the new year, I'm going to be running a campaign of Sorcerer, and it is going to be using specifically the Sorcerer and Sword material. And I bought your Dictionary of Moo probably over a year ago, and occasionally have thumbed through it, but I'm going to probably be digging into that over the upcoming weeks to help me put together some ideas for the Sorcerer campaign. Anyway, got other things going on, but I'll leave it with that. Really appreciate your podcast. Really enjoying it. It's very inspiring, very thought-provoking. So just encourage you to keep up the good work, and be interested to see over the coming weeks and into the next year what you have cooking.
Robbie, thank you so much for recording the lovely message, and thank you for supporting the show and buying Dictionary of Moo. I really appreciate it, and I hope the Sorcerer game goes well and that your class is going well. I emailed you a follow-up to see how things are going, and I'd love to hear about it, so let me know. That's fantastic. It's just great to hear that you're playing cool games and teaching cool stuff. Your blog is wonderful, and I have a link to it in the show notes. Ludoverse is really nice, and we were at a con together. I'm sorry I didn't know that you were there. I would have, if I had had that email and known that, I would have tried to meet up and share a beverage or something. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you're doing well, and that your games are a lot of fun. Let me know. Love to hear more. Thanks again. Thank you so much for listening. This was a reply show. It's kind of a midweek bonus show. This is not how the show normally is. Usually there are two segments to this show. There's an actual play segment where I talk about a technique or a tool or something I'm using at the table and how it worked for me and how it made the game better. And then I also have another segment called Inspiration Goat, where I take a piece of media and I talk about what I would get out of gaming through some segment of that piece of media. So I might talk about destabilizing a kingdom like you see done in Game of Thrones. Or I might talk about using family dynamics like in the Sandman series for cosmic entities. That kind of thing. I take one little piece of it and talk about how you can use it in gaming, or how I would use it in gaming, what it inspires in me. And all of these pieces of media are brought to me by the Inspiration Goat. Does that make sense? If you would like to support this show, normally I say, hey, you can support me by buying Dictionary of Moo or supporting the show monetarily. This month, I would ask that you not do that. Food banks are going to really be taking a hit this month. If you are tempted to purchase a Dictionary of Moo, or you were tempted to support me, thank you so much. Please give whatever money you would have given to me to a local food bank. Kids are out of school. They're going to be needing it. So please, please. Thank you so much. But there is another non-money way to support the show, and that is to drop me a line like Robbie did today. I love hearing that kind of stuff, and it really is inspiring to hear what's going on at your tables, and I love that it becomes a part of a larger conversation. So if you want to drop me an MP3, Robbie actually emailed me an MP3. You can get on the Anchor app and send me a message. You can just email me, judd.karlman@gmail.com, or you can tweet at me, whatever you'd like. I'd love to hear from you, and it's always inspiring to hear what's going on at your table. I hope you're doing well out there, and if this show inspires any thoughts in you, I'd love to hear them. Drop me a line. I will see you on Sunday.